I was struck by the tragedy at Yarnell, Arizona about 6 weeks ago, where 19 elite hotshot crew members, the Granite Mountain Hotshots, were killed in the line of duty. That was Sunday, 30th June, fighting an explosive wildfire described as the deadliest involving firefighters in the U.S. for at least 30 years. I was also struck by the fact that firefighting, whether it is as a hotshot crew or a city fire department, is a dangerous business. So firefighters must train their entire careers in the name of safety and effectiveness, whether they be full-time, part-time, or volunteer. Moscow has a volunteer fire department and a volunteer ambulance department. When I wrote this a couple days ago, we had 19 members in the fire and ambulance departments. Now there are 101. I think we picked up 2 either today or Friday. Out of those, and I'm going to revert back to 99 because my math won't add up if I don't. Anyhow, there are 76 regular volunteers, 15 student resident volunteers. They live in the fire stations 24/7, and 2 service support members and only 6 paid staff. So all but 6 of the men and women that make up the Moscow Fire and Ambulance departments have other careers, they have other jobs, and some have families. They are not paid. So to quote Chief Ed Button, our fire chief, the Moscow Fire Ambulance Department has a long history of being one of the top fire departments in Idaho. The administration for the Moscow Volunteer Fire Department is often asked why the city the size of Moscow can stay basically volunteer. Chief Button proudly replies that it was because of the commitment and dedication of the members of that department is unprecedented. And I'll add that the department has been able to maintain a high degree of esprit de corps. On average, each member donates about 90 hours of training per year to the organization, and that's after the 198.5 hours of recruit training. All that training is on top of responding to calls, attending meetings, probably having a full-time job elsewhere, and a family life. Yes, firefighting is a dangerous profession. Yes, the city of Moscow is lucky to have a great volunteer department because they save the city. I wrote down hundreds of thousands of dollars, but today I was reminded it was between $3 and $4 million a year. They save our property taxes, and they also keep Moscow's fire insurance rating low and rates low. It seems to me that they just plain enjoy doing what they're doing. So my focus tonight is on every one of the now 101 firefighters and ambulance personnel. Thank you. And with that, Walter?
Tim, may I say this regarding the fire insurance rating before
Sure.
we do the pledge? We asked at the budget workshop today if the chief could get us a listing of all the cities in the state of Idaho and what their fire insurance ratings were. And I had a chance this afternoon to run my finger down the list. It was not only all the cities, but all the rural fire departments. There are, the fire insurance rating system goes from a 1 to a 10, with 10 being rural and no help in sight, and I'm not sure what it takes to be a 1. But we are a 3, along with several other, mostly larger cities in Idaho, and there's only 1 2 in the whole state, and that's Nampa. So I was, we're right there with Lewiston, Boise, Coeur d'Alene, and the ones, the larger communities, most of which are probably not volunteer.
No, I would guess most of them are paid.
Thank you.
And before I stand up and ask you to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, our staff has put the names of the members, all 101 of them, of our fire department and ambulance departments on the board. So again, I want to thank each and every one of them for what they do for Moscow.
And when those envelopes come in your mail, be sure and donate to the greatest extent you can to support Moscow Volunteer Fire Department and ambulance.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go.
Anybody else want to chirp in here?
Well, I'm going to clap for the fire department.
I agree. Thanks,
Okay.
Sue.
Thank a fireman.
Please join me.
And you can hug them too.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Dan.
Well done, Tim. Thank you.